time I'll try, but with okay, you know what? I'm gonna do my strategy right now, so I can know how much fuel I'm gonna have to put on the first and the second stint.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm always putting more on the first than the second, I know when to overcut someone.
Mm-hmm.
17 minutes. Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna go out there with my first like stint worth of fuel, and then when that fuel runs out, I'm going to I'm gonna do a normal pit stop and just like do a full race simulation.
Yeah. So 16 basically. So basically I want like no, that's stupid. Okay, I thought okay, I'm lost in my I'm lost in my fuel. What the fuck am I doing?
Lost in your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm trying to know how much fuel I'm putting. Yeah, I'm gonna do like 55, 45 in order.
Yeah.
Maybe that will be less of an overcut than I think, but it will be one. When I put my
Well, at
car on.
least you'll find out how far that goes now, so you'll know before the actual race.
Yeah, I'm also putting my car on race settings. Like with the setup, they gave me instruction on how to set up it, and they were like, yeah. So basically, in quali mode, you want to go for TC1 in TC, and for the race you go just in TC2.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, there's that in the instruction. And then I finally put my TC on to out of 10. And I was like, oh yeah, that works a lot.
Car felt a lot better.
Yeah, was less oversteery. Also, basically,
Good.
at first, I when I put the setup the first time, I was like, oh yeah, it's very steady in the corners. Like I can't, it's almost like I can't oversteer. And I was like, how can I turn a bit more? And then in each junction, I can speak anymore. In the instructions, they were like, "Oh, if your car is a bit oversteery, you just s- crank down that and that." And my brain was like, "Oh, then I just do the opposite." So when I did it, I I've beaten my fastest lap. Did 53.6. And then I was like, man, I can't go up anymore. And then I was like, oh, oh wait, it's not the first settings of the setup. I changed it, so I downloaded it back, I put it back on ACC, and then I did some laps, and I've beaten my lap, and I was like, oh, okay, I know why that works that way.
You said you beat him? Is that what you said?
What? Sorry, I didn't hear properly.
What was the last thing you said? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear it.
Yeah, no, just okay. I was just saying that, oh yeah, the setup works that way, not the other way. Like if it says, if it's oversteery, don't make it oversteery.
Okay, I see. Yeah. My driving style is very oversteery. Something I've been working on. Trying to be a little easier on my tires.
Mine is not oversteery, it's just I like my car to turn a lot. Not too much. Won't say it's even understeery, but I like to have a control over it.
Yeah, you and me both.
The car feels much better with the race fuel. The actual race fuel, not just the full tank. And then I have to contain myself on how fast I want to go in the corners.
Yeah. That's one thing I've done that's actually helped me go faster is I've slowed down a bit in the corner, just not driven the car quite so hard, and it's allowed me to take better lines that have allowed me to find this speed.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like doing that. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing Pierre Gasly. I don't know if you ever heard him say that, but one day was asked about how he just learned a track, and he said, oh, so basically I'm going 110% on the corners and everything, and then I slowly just restrain myself, and then I go 100%, and then I know how to drive a track. So it's like, oh, basically almost what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like to think of a quote another Frenchman gave Alain Prost, who said, if I look like I'm driving slow, I'm going fast. If I look like I'm driving fast, I'm going slow. Basically, he was saying that slow is fast. It's more about being controlled, not about being, outright fast.
Yeah, it's
And
one.
he's one of the drivers I want to model myself after. The smart driver, the professor. That's the kind of driver I want to be. Someone who doesn't need to be the fastest, but just, plays it the smartest, the most careful.
Yeah.
Like, controlled. Controlled, not careful. But,
that's one thing. It's even showing more these days. It's like people always think like, oh yeah, drifting, you can drift here, it's faster. Oh yeah, you can. Basically, it has been proven. If you drift in corners, you just lose a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because the even if it looks fast, oh, hang out for fun in a senior corner. But because if you drift, you don't have any real how do I say that, grip, yeah.
Down.
And you don't really go that fast, but you look like you're going fast. But a fast drive is a clean one. You don't find it very fancy, but it happened to be fast.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something I was lucky to learn even before I got into like proper sim racing against other people. So that's just the mindset that I've had from the beginning is not trying to drive fast, but trying to drive controlled, consistent, safety.
Yeah. One
I
thing
say
for a
as
long
I go
time.
extremely wide into that corner.
Mm. One thing for a long time I had a problem with is that I was driving like Jenson Button, you know.
Mhm.
He always turn a lot less the steering wheel than others because he does a lot of weight transfer, like in karting.
Yeah.
But I did that, but not in the way he does, because I don't know how to do the weight transfer like him. So basically, I'm doing what I can, just not to go fast. So from like Spa this year, I I was trying a lot to learn how to really send the car in the corners, because that's one thing I always disliked, and it worked pretty well because I was the fourth fastest in the qualifying at the start of the year.
Yeah. And
Was even
around Zolder, a very technical track, so.
yeah. I was older. It was I don't know how I was that fast. Honestly, I was just fast, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, good to know. But yeah, basically, yeah. Also the broadcaster saying that I wanted to be the best among the others, the best of the rest. Yeah, they said. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Midnight, and Ruby were just aliens in Spa. Like, yeah, I was forced, but they were 1 second faster than me. Yeah, it was impossible to catch them. It is. It not. It was. It is. It's just a thing. No, maybe if I continue to learn, like, how am I doing right now, maybe someday I'll be as fast as them.
The way I see it is I look at like the times of the pro and silver drivers and I just think to myself, well, you know what? If they can do it, that means it's possible, which means that I can do it. I just need to put in the work and figure out how.
Yeah,
So
I
that's why I
completely
tell
get that.
myself, like, that's why I keep pushing because I want to eventually, be able to go that fast because I know it's possible. You guys do it. I just need to get from where I'm at to where you guys are at.
Yeah, basically, I can't really say that to for me because I'm the one doing these laps, and then so I'm like, when I can go faster, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And then I'm for a lot of time just overthinking it, and then at some point I'm like, okay, so basically just put that incomprehension into driving time and just learn the track, know how